This morning, Steve Reed with the morning grain comments. Well, we've got kind of a mixed trade with beans about unchanged at 11.85 in the May. Meal is gaining back some of its recent losses versus oil. Dalian is back trading with beans and meal higher, palm oil and soybean oil lower. So we're kind of giving back some of that charge in the soybean oil as a percent of the crush margins. We also noted that corn down about a penny, very tight range between 4.31 and 4.34 in the May. Wheat down 2 cents in Chicago. We've got Kansas City up 5 and Minneapolis up 1. Stock market's about unchanged. Dollar's a little bit higher. Crude is lower, but off its session lows. And we've got gold a little bit higher. Outside markets still watching some of the geopolitical issues in the Middle East and also in the Black Sea. There has been some talk about some ceasefire in Gaza, but there was no retaliation by Iran against Israel over the weekend. And we have a USDA report this week, and average guess is that a slight drop in the U.S. corn carryout, unchanged in the bean carryout, and maybe a slight increase in the wheat carryout. Globally, the big numbers that people will be looking at is to see if USDA changes the Brazil corn and soybean crops lower. Most of the private estimates are lower than the USDA, and I think the big difference is in the acreage. We're still watching China pretty closely to see what their demand for commodities are going to be. Certainly we've seen a pretty good rally in the commodity index led by the energy and the precious metals. And so there will be some talk about the funds and the fact that for early April, they are record short the grain room. Our weather guy is still looking at mostly favorable weather in South America. Europe keeps off and on, whether it's warm or dry and wet and cool, which means mostly favorable for crops. Russia's a little dry, but there's some rain in the forecast. Here in the United States, we've got the eclipse this morning moving this afternoon across a big chunk of the central Midwest. There's heavy rain and cloud cover across the southern delta. But as you move north into like Indiana and Ohio, it'll be clearer. And probably the clearness starts in Carbondale, Illinois, so that you can see the total eclipse. But again, be safe. Wear the special glasses and don't look directly at the eclipse without the special glasses.